guy's door, and they say, could you give me 10 zlotys, or 20, or 23, or 17? And every one of them had been getting envelopes under their door. Oh my God. And they realized it must have been Yasala. Yasala, the holy miser. And they begin talking to each other. How did you meet Yasala? And every one of them had the same story. Every one of them at some point, and they were really desperate and hard up, they would go to Yasala's door, and they would, knock on the door, and they'd say, listen, we know you don't give money to anyone, but please, and he would greet them with a big smile, and they'd be stunned. He'd say, come in, and he'd sit them down, and he'd give them a little whiskey, and he'd give them a little cake, and he'd open their hearts with his warmth and his love, until Yasala would get them to tell their entire story. Then Yasala would say, well, how much would you need to feed your family every week? And they would say, 13 zlotys. And as soon as they said that, he would scream at them and say, you impudent fool, get out of my house. How do you think ever? Right? And he would go completely personality transformation, go insane, throw them out of the house. They would get back, and their wife would ask them what happened. And they would say, oh my God, not only is he a miser, he's crazy. And they would just put the incident out of their mind. And then it was 2, 3, sometimes a while later, they'd get an envelope under the door, but they had forgotten about Yasala. And the envelopes kept coming every Thursday. Oh my God, 4, 3, 7, 600 envelopes. Because Yasala would get up in the dead of night, and he would go from house to house and throw in the envelope right to the poor person who needed help. And the entire town was in an uproar. How could we have disgraced Yasala and not buried him? And so they call everyone together.